How are you doing, my good crypto fanatics? Well, team marketers, let's put this together. We've had a rally on the Bitcoin charts, and we want to explore because I sure hope that many of you didn't FOMO back into this market. So that's what we need to check out. So we're going to dig into this chart and dig deep. Hold on tight. Please subscribe. Check this out.
Check this out. Okay.
So if you hear some kitties in the background, that is my daughter. She's playing, and I always conduct business with the kids around because, to be honest with you, that's my driving factor and motivation, guys. What drives you? What moves you? Why don't you drop in the comments below? Tell me what moves you to be successful in life. That's what I want to hear about. But here, let's dig into Bitcoin, because 2 days ago, we saw that we had this big rally up, okay, from, we were somewhere around a low of $6,700 and at the previous low of $6,400. And what I wanted to look at is that we did have a major one-day rally, and there's a lot of speculation on what caused it. It broke over, well over 8,000, and here we are today with some sideways movement. It is the weekend. Now, yesterday just brought some stagnant, stagnant market somewhere where it was, and now we're going to go forward. Weekends typically stay, aren't always so bullish, but we'll see what this weekend brings since the last run-up. Now, guys, let me just point some things out to you, all right? We're going to take a look at our Fibonacci retracement, okay? And I want to bring it to you from this previous low here and come up to where we ran up to. And I'll extend this out for you guys right here. And let me just, let's take a look right here. Let me just dig in a little bit more. We'll bring this down a little bit bigger for you guys. Let's lower the RSI. We always look at the RSI, and let's lower the stochastic RSI. And what do we see here? We see from bottom of the 6,400 to the top of the 8,000. All right. We got to see where, if we take a look at the Fibonacci retracement, where I think that we could potentially trace back to. What I think that we could see is, somewhere around this zone here. Let me mark this out for you guys. We'll bring a horizontal line. And I think we could see something here, back down to the 50%. Come on, TradingView. 50%. And then once again to the 618. Now, honestly, I think we easily hit the 618 marker. And 618 is always important when looking at Fibonacci retracements, okay? So from here, I think that we come down over the course of the next few days to hit this mark. We'll either break through it or end up somewhere around there. Now, of course, if we zoom out of the charts, keep this in mind. We do have previous support. Let's move the chart up a little bit, and I'll come back to a horizontal line. We do have previous support around the 6,000 marker. So, yes, can we come all the way back down to our previous support? Of course we can. We need to monitor this chart. Now, if you saw Bitcoin spike just 2 days ago and you jumped in with FOMO, then, which is fear of missing out, well then, she's playing. She's full-blown playing, my daughter. All right, so then you'll realize that, yeah, it probably wasn't the wisest decision to jump in at this point, because we're all going to have a retracement. Now, if you're a long-term holding, does it really matter? I don't think so, because you're going to end the year well ahead. But for those who are looking to make a couple quick trades, then of course. This is a tough video to conduct with her playing like this. All right, so I still have a buy order down here at 6,000, and with this, I may set a buy order. Just monitor the chart somewhere around this 7,100 level as a potential support zone. All right, because as we always say, support and resistance is critical to take a look at, and if we just kind of zoom out of these charts, we could take a look at that and see where we have previous support and resistance. All right, guys, little one went upstairs. Let's continue this video. So, like I said, we need to look deep into the chart sometimes and see if we can find areas of support and resistance. And now, if I take this horizontal line here and I move it up, I see that we see support, which was previous resistance, okay, around here, which is around 6,000. So we did test it here, and what I think is very possible is that we test this once again, okay? Now, let's just dig deep into right this moment, okay? And what I'm going to do is just do away with the Fibonacci, and let's remove these lines, okay? What I want you to see, guys, and this is important to take a look at, I'm going to move these up. Okay. Now, when we look at the stochastic RSI, when these lines break above this 80 marker, what we kind of see is that the momentum of being bought is kind of stretched. That's probably the best word to say it. So now if we look right over here, when we crossed over 80, we saw the market was on the rise, but it hit resistance right here. All right. And the resistance was right around this marker here. Now, it's never exact, but see, this is where I see we had resistance, which was a previous floor or a previous support, becomes future resistance. And that's what we felt. You saw the RSI, it starts to curve down, and the markets came down. Now, at that point, it lost momentum. It was oversold. Okay, the market was oversold. And if we look at the regular RSI, it came pretty close to touching the 30 marker. It didn't break below it, but it did touch, and these factors lead me to believe that we were now oversold, and it was time to make some movement. Now, we did have a slight uptick right here. All right, I'll just show you right here. From here, we did come up, and you could see this reflected in the RSI. But it wasn't strong enough. All right, that push up was not strong enough, so we had to retest this bottom right here. Now, the trend was still upwards, and that's what we see here. We got a major push, which there's a lot of speculation what caused this price fluctuation, this jump. But what I'm seeing right now is that let's see if we could just zoom in. Is that the stochastic RSI is what we see here is that the stochastic RSI is about to cross. And when it crosses, we know that it's oversold. Let's just pull this up. See, which means we could still have some price action going up until it crosses. And we could see on the chart here, we did get, sorry about that. Let's clear that. We did get right here is a cross, but it still kept going up before it crossed. And what we're going to see is the red is going to now turn over because the blue line is turned over, and they will cross. At that point, guys, this is when we know we're going to get price action, all right, headed down. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. Now, if we look at the regular RSI, and let's move this chart over, we have seen in the past, I want to really zoom out here. Let's give ourselves a horizontal line. We've seen somewhere around this marker here as being a point of resistance. All right. And we've seen it in the past. It was previously a point of support, point of resistance close by to testing it, but close to testing it. So this line, it's somewhere around here, around the 60 marker, has been a point of resistance for us. So until we could break over it, will become a point of support. But I think we're going to retest resistance at the 60 marker. All right, it's going to build up to there, and it's going to work in conjunction with the RSI turning over, paths crossing, and we will see a pullback back down to whether this previous support of 6,000 or somewhere around 65, 6,400. So I would think it's pretty safe to, personally, set some buy orders around 6,500 and 6,000. And there is the potential that it goes further below that. into around the $5,500 marker. I don't think it's likely, but it's possible. But what we do know is that come mid-May, for the largest crypto conference in the world called Consensus happening in New York City, that's when we're going to see some major institutional money come in. That's when we're going to see the George Soros money coming in, and which hasn't happened yet. That's not what this was right here. All right, this uptick right here, that was not the Soros money coming in. It was something else. So, but when that does enter, be prepared, because they're not going to enter here. They're going to enter. They want to drive this market down as far as possible before they enter, and that's what's happening right now. So you could seize the same opportunity. If you missed out on Bitcoin before we had this gargantuan rise, all right. Move all indicators. All right. Let's just shrink this chart for you guys. If you didn't get in last year, okay, just a year ago, and didn't experience this right here, okay, this major run up, if you missed out on this, and now you got in, which many people did, somewhere around this with the FOMO levels, the fear of missing out levels. All right, if you got in here, well, two things you can do. One is just hold strong, because we will push past these previous highs. But the wiser decision to do is, now that we've set these, let's get this trend line up here. We could see see this. Look at this trend line. We haven't pushed past it really. So I think we could retest it before we push forward. You could get in at this point, guys, around 6,000 level, and then still blow through our previous highs, because that's where the market is headed. The market will head all the way back up, blowing way past our 20,000 previous high. So guys, listen, if you like this video, if you found it informative, please subscribe to my channel. We're going to just continue to give you the best content possible, and show you some things going on in the Bitcoin market, the Forex markets, and everything else. If you are interested in learning some trading with some great tools and educational platform, I'll drop a link in the description of this video where you could learn firsthand how to become a very successful trader, whether that's with the Forex, foreign exchange market, or Bitcoin and crypto markets. So guys, have a great weekend. Frank Lewis here, checking out. Keep holding those coins. Bye for now.